G'day, you beautiful people. Welcome back. We're making this progress. I did what I said I would do. I got the research done that I said I would. I extended this farm. I have put in a bunch of paintings and sculptures around. We've gotten a new duplicate. I also put in some massage tables, which I now realize that I need to put another one in. You don't need this many. You definitely don't need this many. But I'm putting in this many. So let's make that a 9. Let's make that a 9. Let's just get it done. Because I just want to put one person on each table, to be honest. I want them to be able to, when they're stressed, just go over, because Ellie's a little bit stressed right now. That's assigned to Jean, that's assigned to Ellie. So Ellie now has her own place to go and remove stress. We have Ellie, who is a new duplicate. She's an artist. We've given her that job. She's doing the thinking duplicate statues. She's now painting, which I actually really like this animation. See what she does in a minute. Actually, let's just tab a couple of times and get the speed up. Bubbles is back on the research. She's hungry. We're doing good on food. Painting power. Oh, it's a painting of food. Alright, so one other thing we need to do is we need to get power. Put that on as a 9. We do need to get copy that over. Everything else seems to be fine. If we go into the decor now, you can see the decor's getting a lot better. It's really good where they're going to be eating. We do, however, have 5 duplicates, so that means we need another mess table right there. And we might as well put another one in there, and then chuck in another sculpting block. Actually, we want that to be... Yeah, I'm going to do exactly what I think I said I wanted to do. We're going to deconstruct this as a 9. We're going to have furniture. 2 mess tables there. We're going to put a fridge in here, which is going to come up in food very, very shortly. So then we can have a medicine wash basin in here. Alright, so everyone's sleeping. That way, they have to come in here, they wash their hands, they come down and get their food, so no one ever contaminates the food source, which will be great. So these paintings and stuff are going to take quite a while to get done. Everyone's going to build that stuff. If we go to priorities, they're on 8s. They should be on 8s. So they'll do the more important stuff. This stuff here, you can just be a 5 plants. There is no need for that. So these can be 8s. Wash basin is always going to be a 9. Well, everything in there can be a 9 actually. So that is going to be one of the highest priorities in the game. Also this, filling up the food and cleaning your hands. Alright, so we're good. As far as oxygen goes, we need to start pumping out oxygen down here, and we also need to extend down here and do something with this carbon dioxide. So if we look in the research tab, I keep forgetting I can't do that. Ventilation. We're not going to get anything too great soon. That is going to help us with that. Dissipates a small amount of heat, radiates a moderate amount of heat. What we can do, however, is we can put some algae terrariums down, but these These use up quite a lot of algae. So we'll just put 3 down for now. And we'll make them 9s. They are 9s. We can also put this extra ladder in as well. Not that it needs it, but we'll do it anyway. So that'll consume algae, a bunch of algae, and create oxygen while getting rid of a little bit of carbon dioxide. So it kind of works like a tree would, if you know what I'm saying. I actually wish that every type of plant would consume the carbon dioxide. I don't think these plants actually do consume the carbon dioxide. It doesn't say that it does. It would be really nice. So the algae terrariums are up right now. Let's put them on an 8. So they will fill up those with some water and algae. Yeah, so it uses up quite a lot of algae though. That's the problem that we have. So in I said organic, we only have 23 tons, which is actually quite a lot. So these guys eventually, so that's full. That should be. Why is it not wiggling? Why does it not look like it should do? Oh, it's waiting delivery, duh. So they're on a high priority. We do, once we get this artist done, because we won't need her for a while, or she'll still keep that because, you know, she's learnt that. We will move her over and put her onto Gopher. Gopher's going to pretty much prioritize supplying things around the base, which is going to be handy. So we have all these mess tables done. So we've got our stress down. Germs are good. Food is kind of going down a little bit, to be honest. Food is not doing great. It should start to go up pretty soon, though, actually, because everything is about to be done. So what we could actually do is go and chuck in more farm tiles and just get even more going. Because there's no such thing as too much food. So I think if we just go to there and then go and build, this is not a high priority. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't really need to worry about anything there. So they'll build all that, and then we can just copy these settings. I mean, I could build a microbe musher, which is in food, a microbe musher to create different food, or an electric grill as well. Let's have a look in food. So the microbe musher makes the sort of is it nutrient bars? No, it makes mush bars, and it makes something else, lice loaf, which, as you can tell, like really, yeah, doesn't look great. It's terrible quality. What we could, so you got mush fry, deep fried solidified mud slop, fried mushrooms, which are poor as well. You know, there's not really much we're going to get into too quick that's any good. Pepper bread. Pepper bread is superb, but we don't have the ability to do the pinch of pepper nuts right now, so who cares? I mean, they're fine. They're fine the way they are. They don't need the extra food. We just need the quantity of food. We need to dig this out, mainly because we want the algae as well. And then we can copy this setting for real. What is your problem? Setting is applied. There we go. Did not have a problem, it just needed a bit of a delivery. Okay, so food is going well. Yeah, food is going very well. All right, we're sweet on food. We're smashing it. We've got some more stuff over here. We really do need to get rid of this polluted water though. So that is my next step. We have just finished. We have the fertilizer synthesizer now to use polluted water to produce fertilizer, which we'll get into at some point. We have the farm station as well, but we need them to have leveled up in order to use it. So let's just pause this for a moment and have a little look at what we might do. So not really going to go any further than down here. So I think we'll make that. Oh no, because there's slime there. So let's come back across here. And we'll go up here. And we can come across here as well, as far as we want really. All the way over here is fine. So we're going to want to have, say, probably more than that. Let's make that our first. Let's just make this a tank, eh? And we'll come across there. We'll come down here, make a ladder here. And we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll build a ladder across here. Actually, cancel that. I don't think they'll reach from there. I'm not sure how it works when they're standing on a ladder. So let's just do ladders across here. 3 ladders across here. Then we'll dig everything out. Across there. That'll be our polluted water tank. And we will want to put, for plumbing, a bottle emptier. So we'll just chuck the bottle emptier like here, I guess. We will put a tile up there so that it doesn't get out. We'll put a tile underneath it. We'll put a tile up there as well. We'll end up enclosing this completely. At some point we are going to want to pump this out though. So how about we cancel this and this. We put tiles across here instead. We chuck our plumbing pump in here. The pipe is going to come, we'll just have it come out and across up here. That'll be fine, and it can stop there. And power wiring can do the same thing. So what we want to do is prioritize this stuff. So this set of ladders is going to be a 9, 9, 9, and then you can go 8, 8, 8. All that can be an 8 actually, and then 7. Dirt, 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 dirt. And then that last bit there, 6. Boom, nailed it. Alright, so that'll be our polluted water section. Then eventually we can make another one, which will be 1, 2, 3 internal, 6, 9 internal, off of here. So it'll be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 internal. That can be our fresh water tank, I suppose. Actually, probably better off to come this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't even matter, it's the same. So they're going to work their way down here and across and all sorts of things. Problem that we have right here is that they're in a whole heap of carbon dioxide. Actually, prioritize that a little bit wrong. What we actually need to be doing is we need to be pumping out a lot more oxygen. So let's chuck an oxidize there. And for now we'll chuck one there. That should give us a decent amount of oxygen. Power, wiring to those. Just go through the stairwell, go across to there, go across to there. They are hopefully, no, they're not a 9. So that can be a 9. That can be a 9. That can also be a 9. Need to get that stuff done, team, because you guys only have like just barely breathable oxygen. So you guys need to get that done ASAP. So let's change these priorities. Actually, let's change this stuff to a 6. Change that lot to a 5. We'll make the 8s a 7. And we'll make the this stuff an 8. That means that this stuff should be more important. They should go and do that stuff first. Wow, you're still working on these paintings. Decor should be doing pretty good though. Yeah, we've got some great decor which will reduce stress. We've also got them tables which will reduce stress. Everyone's getting a little bit stressed though, and that's mainly because I'm forcing them to work where there's no oxygen. We are going to go through a lot of algae, especially because we have these here. So they use 30 grams per second. These here use more, I believe. Converts large amounts of algae into oxygen. It has 330 kilos in it at the moment, so it has like 11 times more, but it actually creates a good amount of oxygen, whereas these, not so much. So they emit 40 grams a second. This is not currently working. Why? It's awaiting algae. So I think what I might do is I might deconstruct this bad boy and this bad boy, just because they're kind of a waste they're a massive waste for algae, to be completely honest. We've used a lot of water too. So all those are done. They're awaiting algae. We'll put them on a priority 9 for now. That was mainly what the problem was. This was on a 5. It hasn't been pumping. I mean, we did need to get more oxygen production, but the reason why this wasn't doing anything at all was because it had too low of a priority, so they weren't prioritizing it at all. We also want to grab some more storage in at some point because we are running out. We've only got a little bit left. This is like not storing bugger at all, which is great. There's just like piles of compost. No, that's the composter. Yeah, that's the composter. So there's no fertilizer in the ground, so that's fine. This polluted water we need to deal with that soon though. We also need to dig that out at some point. Not too super important right now though, but now we are producing oxygen, so we're going to be a lot better off. I could probably put some in here, but these guys I'm pretty sure are going to be fine. Like, they will grow in carbon dioxide as well, so this is pretty much what you need. Like, as long as you have the temperature between 10 to 30, the air pressure between 150 to 10,000 to 10 kilos, you have oxygen, polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide, and dirt to put into it, they'll grow. So it'll be fine up here. This stuff will trickle up, it'll fill up. We're getting a good amount of oxygen up there now. But these guys are not going to be happy coming down here, so our stress levels are probably going to go up. We have mastered jobs. Food is actually doing really, really well. So what I might do really quick is let's have a look at the jobs board again. Get rid of that jobs board. So Bubbles is finished on farming. Frankie's finished on research. I'm getting sick of doing that. I really think that we should upgrade Ruby first and Jean, because the amount of difference it's going to make in our building is going to be huge. I think actually we just go upgrade you as well. Let's do we really need that? So we can have a look here. Promotion assigns this position further increases the duplicant's researching ability, so they'll do it quicker. They also get the trait of researching and +2 to learning. And the qualifications: capable of performing research jobs and mastery of the research assistants. So the trait researching, I mean, just the fact that we're going to be able to do quicker research is good, I suppose. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Enough mucking about. So are they going to come and get their new hats? Let's have a look. That's Farmer. Bubbles the Farmer. Pretty much the same hat. Looks like it's got a little bit of a dent in it. It's a bit worn. Anyone else want to come and get a new hat? No, you don't work here, bud. You are what? What are you? Jean is an architect. That's apparently an architect's hat. And that's a better version of an architect's hat. So you're done. Anyone else want to come and get a new hat? There's our miner. Boom. There's our scientist. Boom. Alright, so we should be doing a lot better. We'll get stuff done quicker. There we go. Now we've got oxygen production. It's not really going to filter through here because we don't have good tilingness. But that is because we're not doing any research currently. We got agriculture done. That means that we can now put in. I mean, we could get rid of this, but I think what we'll do is we'll wait until we get this next research done onto where are we going? Pressure management, so we can get airflow tiles, right? And then we can put some airflow tiles through here so that the air comes up. We can then get rid of that algae deoxidizer and chuck in a fridge. So we actually need to get this done as well, because that is not currently working as a room because it's not enclosed. Anything else that could be a room? Stress relief bonus, mess tables. That is the mess hall. That is what we were just talking about. All it needs is mess tables. Barracks we have, latrine we have, med bay we don't have, we haven't got into that yet. Power plant we haven't got into. Greenhouse we can actually do now, I think. Where is our farmer? I'm a farmer, Daddy. I'm a farmer. Where is our farmer? None of you. Is she up farming? Bubbles. Bubbles. Oh, she's right there. Okay, so does she have the trait yet? No, she doesn't, because she has to do the actual next lot of training. So once she gets this, she will get the crop tending trait, which means that we can then go into is it in here? No, it's not. Is it in here? No, it's not. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Isn't it in food? Or have we not researched that yet? Yeah, the farming station. Oh, it's a station. Station! Farming station, because this needs the crop tending trait. So we can't put that in there and make those into rooms, which would mean that I believe they'd be more productive. accelerated plant growth, yeah. So that will be very helpful. Eventually we'll want to do stables, rec rooms, recreational building, no industrial machinery, decoration item. Leisure time will relieve additional stress for duplicants visiting a recreation room. Recreational building. What does that even mean? I don't know. I kind of feel like that. Oh, yep, it's outside of a rec room. So we can actually deconstruct that and that, that and that, and make this an actual rec room, which would be nice. That'll relieve additional stress. We've got most of this done. It's looking good. We can leave those ladders there. That's not really an issue. So they're 9s. We'll get this room finished off so that if they do decide to go in there, they will be getting the bonuses. Pneumatic door. And once they get rid of this one, pneumatic door. That's not scheduled for deconstruction. Pneumatic door. I think we're running pretty close on time here too. So once they get that done, it'll be great. Oh, they're done. Didn't even notice. You guys are awesome. See, he builds a lot quicker now. This stuff here is having some issues. It always pisses me off that that's an unreachable build. So let's pause that, cancel these two, set those two as digs, and build all that first. So this should now be a rec room. Nice. Stress relief bonus. So anytime they come in there, they'll be relieving stress on the massage tables, and they'll just be relieving stress because they're in there and because of the the paintings and stuff, because our decor is doing pretty well in there. They're the main 3 rooms that I'm really worried about. Why is the decor brighter here? Is that just because no one owns these cots? No. I don't get why the decor is brighter there. But who really cares? This will get done eventually. They're just struggling to breathe, really. That's their major issue. It's just, we're pumping oxygen now. Considering that this is all full, we should start to see more oxygen pumping up. Luckily, this is pretty breathable up here now. I mean, we could put one more here, but in all honesty, like, we're going through a lot of algae. We do have more that we can dig, but one of the issues that you have is that you end up getting rid of all the algae that exists. You get rid of all the oxygen that is passively in the world, like that already exists in the world. So like whether it be polluted oxygen or proper oxygen, whether it be normal water or algae, you run out of that. The normal water will dissipate. You will use it all. The normal oxygen will all be used. So you'll be left with like polluted water. You'll be left with slime. Slime can be used to distill it into algae and then use it as oxygen. And what we'll end up doing at a really, really later date is that this guy here, right, he's a puffed. He breathes in polluted oxygen and he poops out slime. So we can farm these guys up. We can have a setup where we pump polluted oxygen into a room for him to live in by just having some slime in there, because the slime actually emits polluted oxygen, which they live off. So they pretty much poop out polluted oxygen, which they then use to create more slime and poop that out to create more polluted oxygen to suck that in. And it's kind of an endless cycle. And we can use that slime in distillation in an algae distiller, which will create algae from slime, and then we can use that algae to keep going. We can also go into something like a carbon skimmer setup or an electrolyzer setup, which uses either water to filter carbon dioxide out of the air, or it uses water to make oxygen and hydrogen. We can then use that hydrogen for power. Like there's just so much shit we can do, it's not funny. But we're looking pretty good right now. You know, our oxygen's doing well, our food's doing really well, we've doubled our food. What else? The decor is fine. The germs, we actually need to get some disinfecting done. Let's just check everything right now. There is a lot of stuff that needs to be disinfected. Let's just double check everything. Oh, they all need to be disinfected. Is there slime touching in here? Is it because of this slime block? I don't know. I'm not 100% certain on how that sort of stuff works. But it's probably people that aren't washing their hands. But apart from that, we're pretty good. So there goes that tile. We can then put in these two tiles. Boom. We'll leave that the way it is. They'll be able to jump over to there, and then the shit can just, you know, come out here. Smashing that. I need to go and breathe in a second. Yep, you need to go breathe, bro. That's all done. You can get out, mate. You're good to go. You're G to G. So we'll deconstruct this as a 9. Make sure it's just on buildings. Boom. We'll chuck a tile in there. Boom. And maybe actually, yeah, screw it. Let's just do it like this. Let's be fancy. So we can go up over the top instead of having to go in there. I don't know, however, whether this needs, can you please, whether this needs room above it, because there's an animation that goes into it where the bottle goes up the top. So we'll set this to liquid polluted water only. That'll pump polluted water in there, which will create polluted oxygen as well, which is why I want to have the doors on there. So that's fine. Yeah, we're good. Everything's getting disinfected. We do have a new potential duplicate, which I'm not sure if I want to grab. Actually, we probably can. So we have a farmer researcher, nope, narcoleptic and gastrophobia. So we wouldn't be able to put you on cooking. We do have someone that can potentially take over for farming, digging, operating, mole hands. Great for tunneling, really good at digging. Irritable bowel though. Pacifist and iron gut is good. Ignores the effects of diarrhea. It's like it's not even happening. There is not currently water coming out of my bum. And going to farming, so we might pick them up. So that's going to be it for today. We're sustaining. We're sustaining. I'm pretty proud of myself right now. I'm not. I love this game, but I'm really not very good at it. Once I get this sort of going, we're good on food. We've got water for a little bit. We will need to do something about water really, really soon. I will need to pump that out really soon. So what I might do is like next episode we'll build up and over, chuck a pump in. We'll probably like dig this across here, dig down here, and then put a pump in here. Pump that water out and pump it into here. We'll extend this as well. So I'll extend it down. I'll put another one of these pitcher pumps sitting sort of at this level, so it pumps down, and we'll have this as a whole water tank, which will be great. And we'll be able to pump any extra water that we find out into there, which will be great. I'll get everything disinfected. I'll get everything sort of set up for the next episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment for all of the stuff and things, and subscribe if you're not already. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.